More than two-thirds of children between 7 and 12 are worried about climate change. In 2019, Greta Thunberg expressed that she is one of these children with her famous "How dare you" speech, which is not only powerful within itself, but in the way she called out world leaders, but also the strength of the generation as a whole. Who is Greta? Greta was born on January 3rd, 2003, which makes her 21 years old today. She's a Swedish environmental activist, and she started at the age of 15 by convincing her parents to make lifestyle choices to lessen their carbon footprint. She went on a school strike for climate and didn't go to school until after the Swedish election in order to change the outcome. She stood outside the Swedish parliament with a sign that you can see there that reads "School Strike for Climate" and handing out flyers. After that, she didn't go to school every Friday until Sweden's compliance with the 2015 climate change agreement. She first heard about climate change at just the age of 8 in 2011, which caused her to fall into a depression because she didn't understand why nothing was being done about it. She stopped talking and eating, and at the age of 11 years old, she lost 22 pounds in 2 months. This led to her diagnosis with Asperger's syndrome, OCD, and selective mutism. She explained that her selective mutism was only talking when necessary, which often meant talking on a stage about climate change. Her fame and the 15 speeches that I found made her a leader in the climate change activist community, and she faced criticism for her age. Her influence was named by The Guardian and other news outlets as the Greta effect. Her speech was given at the UN headquarters in New York City, and it was at a climate change summit on Monday, September 23rd, 2019. The UN headquarters is used to hold many meetings for humanitarian aid and human rights. The significance then was the fact that a 16-year-old could go up on a stage and so bravely and strongly call out the world's leaders, and also telling of how many youth in this generation are so adamant on talking about big issues such as climate change. And now it holds significance still because younger generations are opinions and ideas go unheard. Climate change is still an issue, and our world leaders still don't listen to our citizens' beliefs, and younger citizens.
We'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe.
As you can see in that clip, she used some rhetorical devices. She used metaphor. She said, for more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. Obviously, she doesn't mean the science is actually crystal clear. She is saying that the science is blatantly in favor of one idea. She uses climax where she begins saying things like she should be in school on the other side of the ocean, which is a smaller, more trivial issue. And then later on moves to people are suffering, people are dying, and that we are on the brink of mass extinction. This grabs the attention and makes the gravity of the situation much heavier. She also uses amplification. She constantly repeats, "How dare you," speaking to world leaders specifically. She also uses ethos, logos, and pathos. For ethos, she establishes her credibility with being honest and open. She admits that she should be in school, that she is young, that she doesn't have an education, but instead of focusing on that, she still takes the stage and speaks on issues that she holds as important. For logos, she brings up a key idea that world leaders have an idea that cutting our emissions in half in 10 years will help with climate change, when it actually only gives a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees Celsius. And pathos, she uses multiple vocal inflections just to strike emotion, and it shows how she is passionate about what she is talking about. She uses words like we and us when referring to the citizens that are worried about climate change, and words like you when speaking directly to the world leaders. Will this speech endure? I believe Greta's speech will forever hold significance to many just because of how important it is to realize that our youth have opinions that matter, and especially on like climate change and other topics. And the speech currently has 9 million views on YouTube, and it is still growing, which just shows that people are still watching the video and find her ideas as important. Thank you for listening.